Welcome, everybody. My name is Mandisa. For those of you who don't know, I am just simply here to be able to share. I've looked at this platform less of a serious mountain to climb in a way that is a little bit too daunting, but it's just more exciting now. So I am going to be sharing a little bit more. First part is a series that I have been doing, and it's over a series of 5 weeks, 5 sessions really. It doesn't have to be 5 weeks, but it did in this case, or rather, um, 10, 10 weeks because we divided it in breaking it up by 2 week interims. This information here is literally just self experience, and the saying that says it's one of the sages say it's 1% theory, 99% practice. I put a lot of what I do into practice, so that gives me the ability to be able to share a little bit more. That experience is very, very vital to pass on. So I hope it rests on ears that can receive, and I hope you can take whatever information that resonates with you. Okay. So, um, looking at what I've been doing is I started off with breath work, and then we moved into the calm mind that I'm going to be speaking about now. So, importance of a calm mind. Sometimes, just so you know, sometimes I think this is going to be go faster than it actually does. So it might be divided again into two parts. Okay, so clear mind. First and foremost, if you look at Maslow's hierarchy, which I was just looking at it not long ago from now, I'll just look from the physiological point of view. That is your air, your food, your water, your warmth, your rest, your clothing, and then reproduction. And then you move into the next part, which is safety, which is resources. It's your health, your emotional and intellectual security. Okay. Before you actually even feel safe, is those certain things need to be catered to, right? So now, how do we take that from a yogic perspective, physically on your mat? Is the type of space that you're practicing in is catered to, the scene setting, music, the teacher who is going to be facilitating that space to be held for you in order to release and to be able to receive, because it's always a give and take, right? That needs to be catered to. Only then can you feel safe. But now, what I did in this particular practice was to make people come into the room, which they did, had the scene and setting done, and to mention that choose a posture, choose something that makes you feel safe. And we obviously we're using it from a yogic perspective is choose a posture that makes you feel safe. And the body can generally only open more when you feel safe. So it's always thinking of choosing a point where you feel safe. Sometimes what I do as well is just say, it's important to also reference where you are. So just a physical reference. Like I can say, if I'm feeling unsafe, just to ground myself into my body, is to say, I am sitting on a chair. I am talking right now. Something as simple as that. And in a yoga practice, it could be I am standing on my mat and I'm breathing. I see a candle in front of me, the physical reference point that helps you ground back into this moment. And that's the importance of the calm mind, is to bring you to the present moment, the here and the now. And the yoga skill to be able to feel it in your body then becomes something that you can embody in any sort of thing that you're actually doing in life. So to be present helps you to not be too stuck and engaged in the past. And remember, looking at the past, looking at the future is something, a beautiful thing to be able to do and to acknowledge, must be acknowledged as well. But sometimes we get so stuck in between those two loops, between looking too much into the past, looking too much into the future, which is, creates a lot of fear sometimes, And it's being able to just take those perspectives and just move yourself into the here and now. What is the most important thing here and now? Physical reference point, physical posture that makes me feel safe. Right now, what makes me feel safe is just saying, I am sitting on my chair and I'm talking and I'm sharing. Okay. I hope this all makes sense because there's a lot to share. So that's what I looked at. Clear mind is bringing you into present moment. Then we look at intention. Intention setting is important once all these things are catered to: your safety, your sense of grounding so that the body can open, and then clearing the path towards your intention, which there's a saying, and I don't know who it's from, that says that the journey is the destination and vice versa. So the journey is the destination is the journey. What is that? How I look at it from this perspective, from a yoga perspective, and then from my perspective, intertwined, is your intention is almost like you starting with the end in mind. Your intention holds the experiences that you are going to take in order to become a vibrational match to that energy. So let's say my intention for this practice is, I mean, usually mine is simple, but mine is use me. Okay. And then, yeah, I do get used. And then for me, my self practice is just there's so many dynamic little nuance things that happen that is just like use me to be able to teach that. So that really helps me. But an intention could be, I want to feel love, or I want to feel good. That's an easy thing. So what's going to happen? Usually when you need to experience something, you'll experience what it is not. So that becomes that whole thing of finding balance and moving in between future, past, the storyline, the conversation, and being here now. Okay, I'm going into part two because already, like I said, it's a lot of information, but I want to go as detailed as possible. So catch me for the next part. And I hope you enjoyed this and it makes complete sense for you.